Hello, hello. My name is Lee M. Cimfel. I'm a candidate for Secretary of State 2026. I'm broadcasting live from Lincoln, Nebraska. This speech is written to notice people who it's really hard to explain because I got a speech impediment, a learning and teaching disability. This is for people that smoke. Now, the Secretary of State, in my opinion, is supposed to be like a vampire. They're dorks, pretty much. Now, I have bad teeth and bad speech, so this may be hard to explain. This speech is written about my smoking habit. I choose to smoke. I choose to. And many of my supporters said, you'll probably win if you don't smoke. Well, I've had internal bleeding problems since I was about 10 years old. And nicotine is a proven stress reliever for me to calm my nerves and relax. So my bulimia or anemia or whatever, so it doesn't act up. Now this speech is intended to justify my smoking. America has grown tobacco for a long time. Since the beginning of America, tobacco has been grown here. The Bureau of Tobacco and Firearms is a major government place here in the United States. They handle tobacco and guns. If a judge allows someone to be in an election, they have to think about to themselves whether this person should have a gun or not. Now, should they be able to smoke? Should they be able to have a gun? And that's what I'm getting at, is the Bureau of Tobacco and Firearms. Should this person be allowed to have a gun? And should this person be allowed to smoke? Now, I have smoked since I was about 12 years old. I've quit smoking for a total of 8, 9, or 10 years. It's probably, I've had 10 years. I started when I was about 12 years old. And so that's 12 plus 10, which is 22. Out of my 45 years of life, I have quit smoking. I've only smoked 23 of them. And it's getting old. So I want this to be a learning experience for me and for my supporters. So I'm not mad if someone says, please do not smoke. Now, in my previous broadcasts, I have written about if you smoke during your time. Now, this means these previous speeches were about if you smoke at twilight hours, be a brown person, because no one's going to stop you to smoke a brown person to smoke during the twilight hours. No one cares. But if someone wakes up and it's high noon, do not smoke at a white man's mark. I know it's wrong. But what if the white man wants you to smoke? What if this guy wants you to smoke? Now that's why there's discrepancy here. I have had many winters in Nebraska, many winters, let me get that right, in Nebraska where I had to smoke. You people have to smoke something in the wintertime. If someone is outside in northern Nebraska or even southern Nebraska and they do not have something to smoke, a heater, a car, something that keep them warm, they could die of hypothermia. So I know there's a Bureau of Tobacco and Firearms. If people could want to smoke something different than cigarettes, I'm not mad at them. I am not mad if someone smokes something different from cigarettes. What I'm mad about is if it's daytime and a white kid doesn't want you to smoke, don't smoke around him. And if it's nighttime and a black kid doesn't want you to smoke around him, don't smoke during the black kid. It's really too difficult to explain the racial boundaries. I don't want to sound racial. I'm not trying to be racial. Nebraska is a northern state, And I'm trying to explain that if someone smokes, try to respect the people that want to enjoy their cigarette or marijuana or whatever they may be smoking, car fumes or whatever. Try to respect these people, whether they smoke or not. But do know the difference between disrespecting someone and completely just ludicrous smoking, because there are people in the hospital that die from smoking. I have done a lot of years in the hospital, and one thing I notice is that the people that don't smoke are the ones cutting up lungs. They cut up lungs so they don't have to. I'm not trying to narc or anything, but try not to go to a doctor and smoke and say, I want some help, because the doctor will laugh. He'll say, I'm ready to cut up a lung right now so I don't have to smoke. And the discrepancy is what I'm trying to say here. The teaching that I'm trying to teach, what I'm trying to teach you is the people that didn't smoke are who killed the people that smoke. So it works both ways. The people that do not smoke or who smoke the less in their life have to balance. They have to balance. There are victims in the hospital that smoked that did not deserve to die, being mean to people because they smoke. I'm against it. I'm against it because it is terrible to kill somebody when there's nothing wrong with them. So, someone may go to a doctor and ask for their opinion, but if it's just an opinion, the doctor could say there's anything wrong with you and start cutting up lungs so the person didn't smoke. And I know that sounds weird because if someone is pretty much shoving you in a trash can and making you smoke, when it's just as bad as shining a light in your eye or getting in a cop car and pulling you over and making you smoke. Okay? A cop down at Lancaster County Sheriff's Department could get a pack of cigarettes and get in his car and go arrest somebody and make them smoke. Or the person's so scared of what he's going to do that he lights up, is what I'm trying to explain. So I know it sounds monotonous and it goes over and over again, but as Secretary of State, I want to try to explain that I know not to smoke. I know not to smoke. I have only smoked for half of my life. So I have another 25 years or 45 years of my life that I can choose not to smoke. And if someone votes for me, I will be more apt to listen to their case about why I should not smoke. In other words, if someone votes for me, I might be more apt to quit smoking. If I'm an elected official, I might not want to smoke because I care about the people so much. And they want me to be healthy and they want me to succeed. So I understand completely, but please do not try to shove someone in a trash can and make them smoke. It is something that I am against. I was born in Nebraska. This video is getting a little long, but I was born in Kearney, and I want all of my supporters to notice what this is doing for me in running an office. I want feedback. I want opinions, etc. Because yes, it is an opinion of whether I should smoke or not, but it is not an opinion of whether it's bad for my health. So, please vote for me, Lee M. Cimfel, Secretary of State, Nebraska, 2026, or even the whole United States. The whole United States can vote for me as Secretary of State if they want to. So, please write my name in, put it wherever on the thing, put Lee Z, Lee Ximfel, whatever. But I do want supporters and I do want voters, and I am feeling the health effects. People that are just now making their mark and getting on the ballot or they're getting people supporters. They're learning not to smoke themselves, or they know not to smoke themselves because they will lose support. So I'm trying to get as much support as I can. I'm trying to quit smoking, and I want your vote. So please support me, Lee M. Cimfel, Secretary of State, Nebraska, or the United States, 2026.